better, and how to give over Torah to talmidim and talmidos in a way that will make them more interested and motivated to learn, because Torah is the greatest knowledge that there is on this world. And Torah is the way we understand and define HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We can't understand HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He's not a guf, ain't a guf. People can't understand. The only way you can understand who HaKadosh Baruch Hu is number one, the world that He created, the Bria of the world, which is an unbelievable creation that could only happen. And we know what happened after that. There was a Gula. They went. The whole story of Yosef, the Shiftei Kar coming to Mitzrayim, because of Shalom Aleichem. When you meet another Yid sitting at a table Shabbos afternoon, what do? You say Shalom Aleichem. And I got to know Rabbi Berel Leiner Shlita from that meeting, just of course a little bit. And from that glimpse of a conversation, I saw that we have before us a diamond of a Yid who has such tremendous kaiches and dedication to Torah, halacha, agada, history. One of the most fascinating things that are missing in Klal Yisrael is being able to look at the world and the history from a lens of Torah. I once heard, I used to travel to the 5 towns for 13 years, and I used to listen to Rabbi Berel Leiner, his tapes on history. And he said that history is subjective, even though usually history is objective. But when it comes to history of the world, for looking at it from a Torah perspective, you have to see it from a Torah lens. You can't look at it just like some abstract knowledge. History of the world and the current events that we live through right now is all part of hashkafa. We have to understand how to look at the world as that we live in from a Torah perspective. And I found a person who was able to do that, and there's very few people in this country, if even beyond, who have the breadth of knowledge and understanding from a Torah hashkafa to understand world history, American history, and Jewish history, all from the perspective of Torah knowledge. So that Yid is making a Siyum today, Rabbi Berel Leiner. And I think it's a Kiddush Hashem that we in YBH can understand and appreciate that what we do in the morning or what we do in the afternoon, it's all one thing. It's doing with the Ratzon Hashem and doing things from a Torah Hashkaf. If you're learning science, then you hear from Rabbi Leiner about the Borei Olam, what He has created. It's all part. You're learning Pashas Bereishis. If you're learning Hazinu, Zechariah, Ma'aseh, you're learning Jewish history. I could talk for a long time about this, but I won't. But just so you should understand how much we appreciate this Siyum today. Sort of ties the ribbon on the knot of the beautiful package that we, I believe, have to offer you, Bachram, in YBH. So I'm now going to introduce a chaver, actually, of mine from way back, Aaron Berger. We'll say a few words. Wow. We'll cover the subject.
You mentioned history, world history. I remember, does anybody know Rabbi Yosef's Goyish name? It's Robbie. I remember when he was a boy, we were like 9 or 10 years old. I was at his house for Shabbos. We wake up, in the morning. I wake up, I don't know, 7, 8 o'clock. He's up already, of course. And he's sprawled across the floor. And I said, what are you doing? He said, oh, I'm reading an atlas. Okay, he's reading an atlas. I prefer comic books, but he wanted an atlas. That's just, that's just one piece. Then in 6th grade, reading different books. I see he has a book, The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich. I mean, this is a 6th grader. So what you have today, it's 7th Siyum Hashas? Yeah. It's straight. Since I was with him in high school also, 11th grade, he started a notebook, I think. 10th grade, 11th grade, started a notebook, writing down Divrei Torah. He continued it forever from then on. So he's been learning straight for 40-something years. So it's not a fella that he's finishing Shas many times. But what is beautiful is the amount of fun that it still is for him. If you see him, those who know him, the history is fun, the Torah is fun. It's all a lot of fun. So that should be a bracha, it should be an inspiration to you guys, to everybody here, for me, for my son, for everybody here, that we should see what it, we're just regular kids growing up on Long Island together, and then see what happens with you just.
We introduced by several people. First of all, Rabbi Leiner's granddaughter Ruchama Chayaliva Bas Chaim Ozer, and we introduced by my mother, Shalom is Bas Abdul Yehuda, and my father-in-law, the Siyum Nagel, Rabbi Isaac. My father-in-law was nifted this past year. My mother was nifted shortly before that, and it disrupted this cycle of my learning to a significant extent. And because there are some days I couldn't get the blog done, but they should have an aliyas neshama because of this Siyum. I wanted to just correct Rabbi Leiner one small thing. We met on Friday afternoon. Rabbi Leiner, that was. But I also felt at the time the exact same thing. This is hashgacha pratis, especially because I knew Mr. Nagel from beforehand. So I figured I don't know why Hashem is sending me here, but Hashem is obviously sending me here for a reason. And when I was in 6th grade, by the way, my 6th grade teacher wrote, I was just in my report card for 6th grade this morning, and if any teacher wrote that about a student today, they'd be fired on the spot. My teacher wrote, Robbie's growth is hindered by his personality. So can you imagine somebody writing that today? So the point which I wanted Reb Aaron to make, which I want to make, is that I'm no different than anybody here. I grew up, we played more or less the same way. We both grew up more or less the same way. We went to normal schools, and we're American kids. And there's no reason why somebody should not strive, no matter what kufa, what period, what generation is, to try and accomplish something in this world with the time of the Torah gives us. And so I was in 6th grade. I remember I used to daven Shabbos at the University of West Hempstead, and that's where we lived. And one day, there was a Baal Bus who made a Siyum, Dr. Guggenheimer. And Dr. Guggenheimer made a Siyum on Yerushalmi. Wow. And the rabbi said, Rabbi Gold, he said that this is not something which most people make Siyumim on, to do Yerushalmi. And in fact, I don't know how many people did. So I decided then, okay, I'm going to make Siyumim on Yerushalmi. So that's Baruch Hashem. I've learned to do Yerushalmi several times, and you can listen to the entire Yerushalmi online with my tapes. I don't make money, so it's not a problem. The idea of a regular person being able to accomplish a lot is something which I found in being in that location at that time, and I hope that making the Siyum today will be an inspiration for you for the years to come. That you too. Many of you are brighter than I was at that time. You too are able to take Siyumim in the Shas several times, write Svarim, learn Yerushalmi, all the things which a person has no idea when they're young that they can do, but as they grow older, they realize they have the capacity to accomplish. I also would like to ask you, to all the talmidim here, since you know Moshe Beis Rabbah have special koichos, that you don't have to say it out loud. You should have to give me a bracha in your mind. Yosef Gabriel Ben Shulamis, that I should be zoichel to make many more Siyumim, to write Svarim, and to grow in Avodas Hashem. Think about that? Thank you. Okay, what came before, it's about a pasuk which we say every Shabbos. Rice we say every Shabbos, Tana B'Eliyot, Kol She'alachos L'Chol Yom Muftach Lo Shu Ben Olam Haba. Anybody who learns halach every day, he is promised, he's assured that he's a Ben Olam Haba. So the question is, what does mean Muftach Shu Ben Olam Haba? Reb Tzadok HaKohen Lublin says he experiences Olam Haba in this world. In other words, you can experience Olam Haba through Ma'ahavti Torah Secha Kol Yom B'Sichasi, by learning Torah, by being involved in it, by making it fun. That's how Torah makes a person feel he's in Olam Haba in this world. And the Eglei Tal and others say, when we say the bracha Birchas HaTorah, V'arev nos B'brei Soroscha B'Finu, it means Torah should be sweet. We should enjoy learning Torah, and we can enjoy learning Torah, and we should enjoy learning Torah. And anybody who learns even halachos every day, whatever they're learning, it doesn't matter. And anybody who learns how with that idea, and the Baal Tanya adds, he says, Shoneh halachos means he goes up, Shoneh halichos. He changes every day a little bit in his pathways because of the Torah that he learns. So anybody who has that capacity, which is all of us, we can experience Me'in Olam Haba in this world. It says that the person has the pathways of the world. Don't read the pathways, but read it the halachos, the laws, and olam means olam haba. Talmud Bavli begins with the Tana Hechakayim in the first Gemara in Brachos and ends with the Tov Elo halachos. And this represents the shleimus, because Tov is the last letter of the alphabet, and represents 400, which Maharal and others say represents something which is perfected, and even but beyond this world. So that's what Shas can do to a person is take a person to another level of shleimus again and again and again. Angela says, "Need of Talmud Bavli by trouble." Don't know if the seven need of Talmud Bavli. The title of learn on this one, saying up the seven need of Talmud Bavli. The teacher saying, "We know Obama, then Obama does it." Angela says, "Need of Talmud Bavli by trouble." The title of the seven need of Talmud Bavli. The title of learn on this one, saying up the seven need of Talmud Bavli. The teacher saying, "We know Obama, then Obama does it." Angela says, "Need of Talmud Bavli by trouble." The title of the seven. The need of the Bavli by trouble. The Shimon says, "Need of the teacher saying, "No Obama, then Obama does it." יוצא מנחה נלהים ובוסים, שתהי תורסכם ונושא בעולם הבא. תהי רזם הזה בעולם הזה, תהי בעולם הבא. חנין בפאפה, ריים בפאפה, נחמן בפאפה, אחי בפאפה, אבא מורי בפאפה, רפן בפאפה, רכיש בר פאפה, סורפה בר פאפה, אדר בר פאפה, דורו בר פאפה. When I was looking at Psalm this morning, I saw that, and I was this before, he says, and we're necessarily all kids in the same papa. And if we look, but papa is a Rashi Tables. Pet el pet. Now, it's not quite in order, but the idea is that then there are 10 of them here. They represent Aseret Hebrews. The idea is that for learning Torah is a bechina, is an aspect of peh el peh, of us speaking to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu speaking to us. Hareb no no is based on some fear of Yosem Kol Beis Yisrael. We have the Kohen Nachum Tzedzein Kol Beis Yisrael in the Shmecha. Lom Beis Yisrael. My best Kavein is a second you love me to me. To be coming before Techa Oman Levosh. לא נשכח ודת גמר חיסן, ברוך אתה עונה לעבדינו חוקיך, אמן 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 סל בהם. יודעים אנחנו לפניך נאמרים ועושה שעשנו חלקנו שבאיזה מלך, ועושנו חלקנו שכפנו, שלנו משקיעים והם משקיעים. אבל משקיעים דברי תורה והם משקיעים דברים בטלים. אמן אמן והם אמן, אמן אמן כמה לסוחר והם אמן, ואין לו כמה לסוחר. אנו רוצים והם רוצים. רוצים לכם בבוא והם רוצים ליחד לשחס, שם רבתו להם תורים ולשחס, אנשי דמים ולמול ויחצו מהם, ואני אפתח בו. יוצא מלאכת אלוהי, כשהם זזיים ישראל מספסים Talmud Bavli, can't as they ask himself to support Machem, the Simon Lilmod Vame, Rishmar Las, and Sky, Shola Vesum, the Second Yavo, Suspot Tanay, Bamoy, Kabinet, Hachamim, Namodil Zari, Shotush, Atar, BP, Zari, Zaza Yadon. Can be the rest of the Salach, Tanko, Spa, the Shakucha, Ishmaleva, but it's so he can see Hecho. If you are Mecho, Sibu Kosh, no Skain, or for me, be Mina, the smaller Shabbat, and no Yosem, the 10 million records of Mama Shalom.
Amen.
Sadari, Salavi, Salam, Shmei, Chobi, חיים עריכים, וזרון ריקו, ובחונה מכמה אבון לישמעיו, ואמרו אמן. ישנם רבו לישמעיו, לחיים עלינו, והכל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום ואמרו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו, והכל ישראל, ואמרו אמן.
Amen. Mazel tov.